Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intoxicated Sports Report. He's Gage Samoji. I'm Emerson Hip, and Happy New Year. This is the first episode of 2026.
Happy New Year.
How you doing?
Good. Look at these guys. Look at this guy's arms.
We're watching a little gymnastics while we wait for Sharks pregame,
Goodness.
which is going to be before the Sharks and Kings tonight.
I mean, it makes sense. He's a gymnast.
Yeah. They got some shoulders on them.
And I don't even, what is this even called that he's doing right here?
That is...
Pole?
Like bars? No. Is that bar?
He's doing these tricks on a bar, and
yeah,
you could tell he does it because his arms are chiseled. It just caught me by surprise.
Yeah, because there's double bars too. I think this is called
like single bar.
I don't know.
That's a question for our Olympic person
insider
Devin Wallace. So let us know what it is, please. Anyways, this guy's jacked.
Yeah, he's going for it. Did you get sick doing that? You think?
I mean,
I'm sure they get used to it.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I couldn't do that. But like, going upside down, I can't say I've ever, on a roller coaster, I'm not a roller coaster guy.
Yeah.
I've never been upside down on a roller coaster.
Really?
Nor do I really want to be. I mean, I'm a motion sickness guy. I don't like being in airplanes.
One thing about roller coasters, though, is they kind of go so fast that you almost don't even feel it in a way.
The only time I've really felt that is the one at the fair, the spaceship one. Or it looks like a UFO, and you go inside of it, and it sticks you to the wall.
That one sucks.
That one never bothered me.
Really?
I did a couple times, and it was fine.
I think that was a terrible ride.
It feels like you're going so fast that it feels like
you're almost just standing.
Stationary.
Yeah, I get that.
But I just can't. Even windy car drive for me is tough.
Yeah.
Let alone being on a single.
Right.
I mean, I was gonna say single pole. But
yeah. I mean, Medusa's pretty badass. And to me, you don't even feel. I never even feel like I'm upside down when you do it. Even the corkscrew in Medusa is piece of cake.
I think I would enjoy roller coasters if I didn't have motion sickness.
I get that.
I'm not afraid to go on a roller coaster. It's just I know I'm going to feel like ass.
Yeah.
That's the only thing for me.
Yeah, I get it.
I just know what's going to come after.
What's the one at California Adventure 2 with the big loop? That one's fun.
But I have no idea.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Those don't go upside.
Screaming California.
Those don't go upside down though, do they?
Screaming California has the one with the big old loop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the only one I've ever been on with a really big one. Because I don't think Medusa has a huge one. I think it just has smaller ones.
Well, Medusa's a big one, isn't it?
It's a big roller coaster, but I don't think it has a big ass loop if I remember right.
The extent of my roller coaster career would be the Big Dipper in Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, which is kind of cool.
The Big Dipper is fun. I like the Big Dipper. Yeah.
And you don't go upside down, but it feels like it's gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Because it's like wooden tracks.
It has a good drop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went on one at the fair years ago called the Shooting Star, and you're stationary, but you go in a circle, and it goes up, and it falls down. Man,
that one makes you feel like your stomach's going to go through your fucking throat.
Ass after that one. Also one it was actually at Six Flags. So I haven't been to Six Flags many times. I've probably been a handful of times.
I haven't been 15 years.
It was the pirate ship one, and it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
That made me turn green, dude. It was terrible.
See, those rides are fucked up. I think roller coasters are not as bad as those rides. And what's the one at the fair too, where they're like 3 people or 4 people on a thing and spins and the whole thing spins too?
The zipper.
There's a zipper.
The zipper. I've never been on it, but that looks fucked.
I've never been on it.
No
either.
way. I would never.
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch me dead on the
For
zipper.
one, it looks claustrophobic as fuck.
No thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you're in a little cage.
Yeah.
You're going in circles as you're going in a bigger circle.
Yeah.
No thanks.
I'm good.
Also, teacups. No thanks.
Yeah, teacups can fuck up.
Teacups, not fun.
Yeah, not at all.
I don't know if I've ever experienced teacups. I don't think I ever want to.
Yeah.
Because I know how my body is, and I know I would hate teacups.
Teacups are fucked.
They're not great.
I remember Devin was really pissed off that I said that.
Well, she loves teacups. She says you can do that shit all day. I'm like, no, you won't be with me.
Yeah.
I'll be watching you.
Yeah.
With some
have fun, babe.
Like a churro in my hand.
Yeah.
How's it going? No, thanks. Yeah, she kind of did take that personally, didn't she?
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So we are waiting for the Sharks to start. We are hoping that they're going to defy the odds and win on a podcast night. They've been brutal the last few times they've played on podcast night.
I was going to say, it's not funny, is the Sharks getting stomped out while we do podcasts.
Yeah.
All we ever want is the Sharks to play on the pod, but play a good game.
Yeah, and win.
Because last 2 times, I believe, was that Capitals game.
And then
they gave up 7 or 8.
Was it the Ducks or the Kings?
I think it was the Knights.
It was the Knights. You're right.
Which, salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Give them the Knights.
Right.
But we were texting about it last night. does that mean the Sharks going to give up 6 tonight at least?
Right.
I don't care if they give up 6 as long as they get 7.
Right.
Or get,
Yeah. At least, they can give up 6, and they score more than 6.
At least take it to overtime or a shootout.
One amazing thing is the Sharks are 3 points out of first place in the Pacific Division right now.
That was easy.
Which might be the worst division in all of hockey history.
We'll take it. Yeah. Hockey history?
Yeah. Like, it's bad.
Okay.
Like, there's not a single team that's won more games than they lost.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just have to be glad and blessed where your position is.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll change by the end of the season, but it's just,
Because is there still half a season left?
We're basically right at the midway mark. They played 42 out of 82 games.
Sharks, I think if they keep this pace, you got to feel pretty good about the chances.
Yeah. They just need to start, kind of stringing together wins and then not letting the losing streaks also follow those. Because they've won 3 in a row multiple times, and they've seemed to follow it up with a 3-game losing streak right after. So, time to go on a run, boys.
No kidding. I went to the game on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's right. How was that?
It was great. It was honestly the best game I've ever been to.
Yeah, you guys saw a shootout.
Saw a shootout, overtime shootout. Can't say I've ever been to one of those. I mean, I've probably been to maybe 8 Sharks games, maybe 6, some along those lines. Not very many. But it was against the Wild, that's right, and it was a great game.
Yeah,
we had good seats. I've never sat at a hockey game where it wasn't behind the goal.
Yeah, you guys were on the side.
On the side, which I enjoyed. Saw Randy Hahn down there a little bit. It's cool to see him on TV and be like, oh, I know exactly where he sits.
Yeah.
But easily, best Sharks game I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I'm really thankful for Devin for getting me that as a gift. Me, her, and Theo went, and it was a great time. He was dialed in the entire time.
Yeah, nice.
It was cool because when we went to his first Giants game last year, baseball's a slow game.
You're right.
And, there's kind of a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Can be easily distracted.
Yeah.
But there, hockey's fast-paced, and he was just dialed in the entire time. And you could tell, and he doesn't really do great with loud noises. But when the Sharks scored the goals that they scored, I think the last one at the end, he was kind of at his end.
Yeah, he was like, I'm good.
He was it's getting pretty loud. And so we pretty much, obviously when they scored or it was either when the goalie stopped the goal or they scored the goal. I forget which one it was.
Okay.
We pretty much left because the game was over.
Yeah.
But it was loud because we were all stoked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The Sharks won. It was a great game. But 2 Sharks games in one season.
That's pretty good.
I don't think I've ever done that either.
Yeah.
And I probably won't go to another one, but if I do, sweet.
Yeah.
They need to figure out at the SAP Center, and I know they're doing renovations to the building or plans.
Yeah.
They need to figure out how to get multiple lines to get into.
Yeah.
Because it was the same thing like when we went to the game
really?
a month ago.
Yeah.
The line was super long, and we were a little bit late, but if you were to look at this line, you would have thought everybody was late.
Right.
So I don't know if that has something to do with them not being able to get people in, like the renovations.
Yeah.
There has to be more than one entrance to that place.
I know. It seems like that's. I think that might be the only one, which is kind of a mistake.
Can we not get people to get in line above? There's stairs you can walk up that you can certainly get down from when the game's over.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a different way you can.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of exits, but not only one entrance.
Yeah. Because games in the past that we've been to,
I've never seen lines like that.
Never had that issue, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And so seeing this, and I know the Sharks are
now. Granted, maybe we've just never been on the weekends.
Yeah. And I know the Sharks are up and coming, and they're better than they were last year, certainly. But seeing the lines the past 2 times, and I guess the first time we saw them this year was the Bruins, their original 6.
Yeah.
And then this game that we went to on New Year's Eve was obviously New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Everyone's off.
Well, here's another great example.
Afternoon game.
Yeah. When we went to the Joe Pavelski return to the tank night, we didn't get there that early, and we didn't wait in the line nearly that long. I know that was a long time ago, but I do not remember a line like that.
Well, and you would think that there was maybe multiple entrances, or you can get in multiple ways.
Yeah.
Because the logic is that there's only one way to get in, the line's going to be massive because that's the only way you can get in.
Right.
I think if we would have been half an hour early, we still would have stood in line. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the deal is, and maybe I got to read up on it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was a great time. It always is.
I guess for the time being, we got to kind of prepare to, get to the arena 30 minutes early, just to be able to see,
Absolutely.
just to see Seek and Destroy.
Yeah. Which we missed that. Which
we missed it the first time too. I was kind of I did not anticipate that. But.
I was glad that Theo got to see a penalty because we did the Shark.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But great time. it always is a great time to go to Shark Tank.
Was he okay with the foghorn? When it went
Yeah.
off?
Oh yeah. I think, like I said, I think even when they scored the first 3 goals, I think he probably a little caught by surprise a little bit, but he was he was having a good time.
Nice.
It's nice to see.
Before we talk sports, what are you drinking over there?
I'm drinking a virgin margarita because I am once again doing dry January, which I know is Emerson's favorite. But luckily for myself and you and this podcast, I am not going to go until almost the end of March with my
your hiatus.
Yeah. That's what I did last year.
Yeah.
But this year I'm just thinking, you know what? Because I kind of have like a reason and a goal that I wanted to hit, and I hit that. And this year I don't necessarily have. Like, what am I going to do? Not drink until James' wedding? No thanks. I'm not going until July. Right. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
I mean, I respect like taking a break from drinking. I think at this point though, like dry January has just become like a marketing exploit.
I kind of agree with that. But I'm not like posting about it. I'm not going to be like, oh, dry January. Yeah. And I also hate saying I'm doing dry January because I don't want to sound like I'm better than anybody else. Right. I do not think that. I just think for me, a little bit of a break is nice.
Oh, yeah.
And last year I had the reasons I thought I hit the holidays really hard with booze, and I really wanted like a break.
Yeah. Didn't
really think I hit it as hard, which I'm proud of. A couple days, because I'm off for 2 weeks.
Right.
And, it can kind of just happen.
Right.
But dry January, I'm cool with. And then once February hits, it'd be cool.
My thing against dry January as a football fan is like,
I know.
It's like weekends, playoffs.
That's the only thing that is really a bummer that when we're watching the Niner game here on Sunday. It's like, I'm just not going to drink. But I don't need to drink to have fun, but you like to have a drink with the game.
It's hard to not like crack a beer or something,
But when the Super Bowl comes around,
you'll be ready to rock.
I'll be having a beer for sure. February 1.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm like, it's great to like see like Nick and Nico for the holidays and all that. And,
but they hit it hard.
But like, these last few days, like having a break from like, just people in general, being at my house especially, it's really nice and refreshing.
For sure.
Kind of reset.
Yeah. No kidding.
All right. Cheers to 2026, man.
Cheers 2026.
All right.
And this is a damn good virgin margarita.
I'm glad you like it.
It's really,
I just kind of wung it.
Really refreshing. I love it.
All right. Enough blabber. We'll talk some sports now. Let's recap the CFP quarterfinals. We had some fun upsets in this round.
Yeah.
Miami upset the defending champs Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl 24-14. Miami outrushed Ohio State 153-45. I kind of feel like Miami their running game has been huge for them, and it's taken a lot of pressure off Carson Beck, which I think that's what the Miami coaching staff prefers. Yeah. Because I think they tried to put everything on his shoulders early on in the season, and it wasn't really going that great. But since they've gotten that running game going and taking a lot of pressure off him, they've been rolling.
Well, I mean, shout out to Miami's coaching staff for acknowledging that and changing it.
Right, because I'm sure it was hard because like they paid a lot of money for him to come and be like the star quarterback after he was he was pretty good for Georgia over the last few years, and to accept that this guy's good but he's not that good, and we need to realize it and play to win games, not play to appease our star player.
He never won the national championship as a starter in Georgia, right?
No, because he got hurt last year.
And Carson Beck was Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett came in for him, yeah.
Who's Carson Beck?
Carson Beck's the guy.
Oh, yes, yeah. Stetson Bennett. Yes, thank you. It was the one who won that last one for them.
Well, no, who won the last one?
I thought it was Stetson Bennett against TCU, and they destroyed them. No?
Oh, I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Because I'm totally blanking on who the quarterback is now. It's I was thinking that was Stetson Bennett, but right. Stetson Bennett won the net, yes.
Yeah.
Julian Sain, Ohio State quarterback, a couple interceptions in this one, including a pick six right after Miami opened the scoring with a touchdown in the second quarter. That kind of broke it open. And Ohio State just never could really get back into this game. They did make it a 17-14 game early in the fourth, but they never really threatened to take the lead. Got to hand it to Miami's defense. Actually, they really shut Ohio State down. I'm not surprised that Ohio State didn't score a lot of points. I'm just surprised that Miami scored points in this one. And of course, they got the pick six, which helped a lot. But yeah,
that pick six was badass. Yeah, too. They read that like a book.
Yeah,
and I can't say I watched much of this game. If I did at all, did you?
I caught the second half here, but yeah, I was surprised. I didn't expect Miami to be up for the task. But good win for them.
Yeah,
puts them back on the map. I would say.
For sure.
Yeah. Oregon.
Michael Irvin's certainly like
Oh
me.
my god, that guy's such a fucking freak.
He loves his Miami football. He loves his Miami football. Get a Michael Irvin Miami jersey would be sick.
Yeah, that would be kind of sweet. Oregon, they shut out Texas Tech 23-0 in the Orange Bowl. Rough day for Texas Tech quarterback Baron Morton. Just 105 total yards and 3 turnovers. He was a disaster in this game. I don't know if you watched any of this
We
one.
caught a little bit of it, yeah, but it was just
I just felt like he just did not have it at all.
this game didn't seem to have any juice to
No,
it.
they really didn't.
You know what I mean?
Because even Oregon, like they weren't overly impressive on offense either. They just kind of did what they needed to do and got the job done.
Which I hate to see, but
Right.
kudos to Oregon for
Yeah.
handling their business.
Right. And they are a very different Oregon team than we've seen in past years, where they have like the high flying offense, and it's a track meet when you're out there.
Yeah.
They're more of like their defense is the best part of their team, and they just happen to have some talented players on offense that kind of give them just enough to win games.
Yeah.
And then in the Rose Bowl, Indiana made easy work of Alabama, winning 38-3. Once again, Alabama their running game was non-existent for a lot of the season, and were outrushed 215-23 in this one.
This is, going back to what we said last week about Alabama being like the brand.
Yeah.
Seeing them lose this kind of a game from a brand standpoint was shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, Indiana clearly is the better team, but seeing them whoop an Alabama team this bad
It's just wild.
in a big game like this it's something that I'm certainly not used to seeing.
Yeah. I'm happy for Indiana too. Like,
For sure.
Like we kind of punked on Mendoza over the last few weeks or whatever for certain reasons, but no, yeah, he's playing his ass off. He didn't really have to do that much. He was just 14 for 16 with 3 touchdown passes.
I mean, he had more touchdown passes than he did incompletions.
Yeah.
No matter how many you throw, that's impressive.
That's a good day.
It is.
Yeah.
And he's going to look good in silver and black.
Yeah.
He's just – and it's not a guarantee that he's going to go to the Raiders. I put it like –
But it's pretty damn close.
It's just – he's just going to be so – I don't know.
It could be the perfect scenario for the Raiders, though.
To have a
guy who's just like
a geek.
Yeah.
Like a geek. I actually don't think it's a bad point.
Right.
Like this is the guy you probably should pick.
Right.
Like you don't want the Jackson Dart, although I think Jackson Dart's decent, but Jackson Dart has that
Could be
like that kind of swagger.
almost that Johnny Manziel to him.
Yeah. Yes. I
Borderline.
Yeah. He's almost like Jackson Dart's almost like a white Shador Sanders kind of. Just from like a swag standpoint, and just kind of thinking he's the man. And listen, you're an NFL quarterback, you are the man.
Right. Yeah. But there's also 31 other.
So maybe Mendoza could be a godsend for the Raiders.
He could.
But could the Raiders also fuck it up by not drafting him?
if they don't draft him, okay. Let's say we get through all the draft interviews and the combine or whatever. And he's the consensus number 1 by all the draft experts, and they don't draft him still. As a Raider fan, you got to be done.
Unless you really don't like the guy. I would love to know, because to me, Raider fans, in my experience with knowing Raider fans, they're kind of I always think Raider fans think they're so tough because they're the Raiders.
Yeah, it's the brand.
We wear black.
It's the Raider brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Could I see Raider fans, if they know ball or pay attention to college football and that kind of thing, saying that they don't want Fernando Mendoza because he's kind of a nerd? I wouldn't be shocked.
I would agree
because
with
of
that.
the toughness persona of the Raiders. He's not what it takes to be a Raider. Could I see that from a fan standpoint?
Right.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But it would be stupid as hell. And Tom Brady's in the building. I would imagine they're going to use his opinion
It's a great point.
and he's not going to let them not take Fernando Mendoza. In my mind.
Yeah, you would think. That's a great point. I forgot Tom Brady's in the building, but yes, he. Yeah, Tom. If anyone knows quarterbacks, it's got to be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah. And how many top 10 picks have the Raiders had in recent years and not taken a quarterback? And not saying that has to be the position.
I was going to mention this later, but I'll mention now as we're talking about it. Last time the Raiders had the number 1 pick was in 2007, I believe.
Okay.
And, they drafted Jamarcus Russell.
That was 07?
07.
Okay. I was thinking 06, but yeah.
And so, could you look, for the Raiders, could you look at that and be like, man, last time we did this, we screwed up because you could have had Calvin Johnson or you could have had Adrian Peterson instead of the Jamarcus Russell? Sure.
Fair.
But I think given where the franchise is and given how we both think Geno Smith's done.
Right.
He had a good comeback story.
He's not going to play for the Raiders.
He's not going to play for the Raiders next year. Pete Carroll's out.
Yep.
I think you had a good point bringing Stefanski in. And then
they should throw the house at him. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah.
They should.
And then have Fernando Mendoza. I just think for the Raiders, I don't know how this turned into a Raider rant. But yeah, I think if you're going to draft this quarterback, you got to try to find the coach that you think is going to pair with this kid for a long time. Because you don't want this kid to go into a situation which is already shitty because it's the Raiders.
Right.
And then go through multiple coordinators, multiple coaches. Because it's not going to work out. If that's the case, Fernando Mendoza is already a bust before he even walks into the building.
Yeah.
So pair him up with Stefanski. I think that'd be a great idea.
He needs it.
Maybe try to get. I always say Lincoln Riley. Maybe try to get Lincoln Riley or something.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I thought about this the other day because me and my dad were talking about the Raiders for whatever reason, and it just kind of like popped in my head. Like, what if Kurt Signetti, the Indiana coach, has interest in the NFL? This would be a fucking great opportunity.
It would be.
And actually, I saw a headline on whatever I was watching this morning about would Kurt Signetti be interested in the NFL?
The Raiders have to be the quarterback first, and the coach also matters for sure.
Right.
Like, I mean, I know Tom Brady says he probably doesn't want to coach, but I mean,
I know, right? I don't see him being a coach.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Like those kind of guys who are greatest of all time caliber,
They don't coach.
They don't
because they don't need it.
Well, not even that. I just think they know what it takes to be so great, and I think they would expect that out of all their players, and that's just not realistic.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I think. That's why I thought Michael Jordan never wanted to coach. LeBron's never going to coach.
No.
Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky. Well, I guess did Gretzky ever coach?
He did actually. Yeah.
That didn't really work.
Didn't
out.
go well.
Yeah.
No.
So I think
hockey's a little different though.
Yeah.
Like football's a very strategy and X's and O's are incredibly important.
Yeah. So
I always thought Peyton Manning might do it, but that's obviously not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, they don't need it.
But just because he seemed like the brainiac type of quarterback,
But I don't know. The Raiders need to. I mean,
they need to draft Fernando Mendoza.
yes, figure out the coach and the quarterback because you're going to get the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Figure out the coach.
In our final quarterfinal matchup, it was Ole Miss who scored 20 points in the fourth quarter to beat Georgia 39-34 in the Sugar Bowl. Big day for their quarterback Trinidad Chambliss. 362 yards passing, a couple touchdowns. Also had that big 40-yard completion to Stribling to set up the game-winning field goal. Ole Miss also had a huge goal-to-go stand to hold Georgia to a game-time field goal rather than a go-ahead touchdown on that previous drive. That was pretty big. I felt like Georgia kind of played it too conservative on that goal-to-go situation. I don't know if you saw any of this game or watching that.
I mean, I did catch the end of it,
Yeah.
but I guess I didn't really pay attention to that.
Well, it was like, I remember specifically there was a play where it was like second down and they were on like the 7 or 8 yard line and they tried to run like a QB option with the running back and the running back got stuffed and then they didn't have anything on that third down play. So,
I did see was the end of that game, which was a fucking mess.
oh my God, yeah.
Like
they just couldn't finish it.
How many times are you going to bring out the stage for the winner?
I know.
And then have to go back and then bring it back and then go back.
It definitely felt like the officials wanted to be a part of the game.
Well,
More than they needed.
Well, it kind of felt like they wanted Georgia to kind of pull some miracle off.
That too,
A
in
little
a way.
bit. Not to say they have any kind of money, and I'm not going to say that, but I feel like they wanted to give Georgia every chance possible.
Yeah, without
to try to win the game. Because even at the end, the coach for Ole Miss was like, "Dude, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, can this be over?
Wrap this shit up.
Like, wrap it up. We won. Like, stop trying to give them the game." That's kind of what I felt.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. It was a little weird at the end.
It was literally like you made the joke. Oh, the band's out on the field. It almost felt like it was going to be that kind of a strange ending to a big game.
Right.
What I will say about these quarterfinal games, and it's something that I've always said about the CFP, is this year, or this round in particular, kind of proved me wrong. Because I always say none of these games are good. Why are we adding more teams, this and that? The Ole Miss game was good, and they were the underdog, correct?
Yep.
And the Miami game was good, and they were the underdog.
It was tight.
So I got to say, I'm proven wrong this round that it's not always chalk.
Yeah.
And I think with the more teams, I will admit that it has worked out. I mean, I guess 2 of these games weren't good.
Right.
And I guess the games – no, I guess these were all the games already. Right?
These are the 4 games. Yeah.
So it hasn't been as bad as I give it credit for. So I will say this round was pleasantly surprising.
Yeah, I would even say I mean, 2 of the first round games were also good. So we're about 50-50 of good and bad games so far. I will say too, like the way that college football is set up with with the transfer portal and NIL, like there's a lot more parity among the top teams. So I think you're gonna see more upsets going forward. I think they still need to figure some things out with the transfer portal and all that, and maybe putting a salary cap in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's made it harder for those top teams to be dominant like they used to be. So yeah, I think you're gonna see more upsets going forward. Semifinal preview. We got a game tomorrow. Actually, Miami is 3.5-point favorites over Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl.
Is James going to this game? Is that real?
I think he might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would be the type to get fake ticket, like screenshot tickets that were like.
He would be.
He would be that.
But I think that screen that he showed is where like you have the ticket in your inbox or whatever.
Which good for him. He could afford it, and if he could go, right. Those tickets I can't imagine are cheap.
Oh no way. They're probably like at least $400 or $500. Yeah.
But good for him. He is an alumni.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
He should be going. If he wants to prove himself as a fan, he should be going to that game.
For sure. Like after this, no matter what happens, I can always talk shit about Ole Miss, but I can't talk shit about him being a fan because hey, you went out of state to go see this game,
right?
And that's pretty big.
This will be an interesting matchup. I mean, Ole Miss has obviously the better offense. Miami has clearly the better defense. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be a good clash of different strengths.
Yeah.
On Friday we have Oregon versus Indiana. This game has already been played this year. Indiana beat Oregon in Oregon actually. Yeah. Indiana is just a 3.5-point favorite. That will be the Peach Bowl. I still like Indiana to get them again. Mm-hmm. I mean I think Oregon will give them a good run, and they did the first time around. But I think this is Indiana's game to lose, for sure.
Yeah. Just kind of given the history. I know the game was close this year, but kind of given Oregon's history in big games, and especially against teams that, and I guess now they're in the same conference, but traditionally they wouldn't be.
Right.
They always kind of seem to lose those games. And do I think Oregon can win this game? I do.
I think they could. I just don't expect it.
But especially what they did to Alabama, Indiana did last week.
Right. But I guess the unexpected is kind of to be expected in this playoff so far. So
yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah. Do I want to live in a world where Oregon goes back to the national championship first time since 2016
right.
or 2015?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Not really. Yeah.
Not at all. But you know what? It'd be my luck because the hate watching just always continues for me in big games.
Yeah.
On to the NFL Week 18 recap. The Seahawks beat your 49ers. Seahawks won 13-3 on Saturday. Seattle rushed for 181 yards. Where was the defense? They held the Niners to 173 total yards and just 9 first downs in the game.
That was a brutal one. I want to say I heard that this is the lowest yardage total in a Kyle Shanahan coached game for the Niners.
I can't say that I see very many 3-point games for the Niners since Shanahan's become a coach.
Not a ton. I mean, there's those early years where they were bad. They just didn't have anything.
So I guess
but
outside of those.
Since they went to that Super Bowl?
Exactly.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, 173 yards, that is getting owned.
That is.
Yeah.
Niners' only drive that was longer than 30 yards ended in an interception near the goal line when CMC bobbled the pass into the linebacker's hands.
That was brutal.
That was the game.
It was the game. Yeah.
That was the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Niners had another chance, and the Seahawks kicker missed.
But they were still down by 2 scores. They just had too much ground to make up, and they just couldn't. They could not get anything going on offense. Mm-hmm. Like I got to hand it to Seattle's defense. They were amazing.
Yeah.
They were better than I even thought they were.
Yeah, almost looks like the Legion of Boom out there.
I mean, damn near.
Yeah. With that win, Seattle did clinch the top seed in the NFC, and the Niners fell all the way to 6th, and they will face the Eagles in Philly in the wild card round. So, I mean, insult to injury. You could have had the 1 seed, could have won the division,
right.
Could have had home field all the way through the Super Bowl because it's there at Levi's.
Yeah.
You lose. The consolation is 6th seed.
Yeah.
You got to go the link.
Right.
That's brutal.
Right.
Brutal.
I mean, I will say, yeah, I think that the Niners, in my opinion, their only chance to go to the Super Bowl was getting that 1 seed.
I would say that.
So, now, do I think they could beat the Eagles? Sure, they could. I don't expect it, but I mean, the Eagles aren't like exactly world beaters right now.
No.
So I think that's a winnable game, but not a game where I feel great about their chances necessarily.
Yeah, you know how I feel about the Niners in the playoffs, especially in the Shanahan era where they haven't not gone to the championship.
It's kind of crazy.
in the Shanahan era.
Yeah.
When they make the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm hard pressed to say that the Niners, I mean, I can't say that they're not going to win this game or win this game. Like, I think, I guess I'm looking back in the past.
Yeah.
Like, do I think the Eagles have the better chance of winning? I do.
Right.
But I just know the Niners aren't going to make it easy on the Eagles because they never do with any team in the playoffs.
I would hope they give them a fight.
They will. I think there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I'll give that edge to Philly because they are, they still are the defending champs. Yes, they've not played like they did last year, but I think no matter what, it's going to be the Eagles coming away with it.
Yeah, it's hard not to think back as Niner fans of, I think it was 2023 when, Brock got hurt in that game, but it felt like the Eagles were the better team that year, and they took care of business even with the injury. It's also, but at the same time, like the optimism that you could imagine for the Niner fans would be that this Eagles team is a lot closer to the one 2 years ago than the one last year that won the Super Bowl. And that one 2 years ago, they crumbled. Lost to the Bucs in the first round, crumbled down the stretch. So we'll see. I think I would give them, give or take, a 30% chance to win the game.
But you wouldn't be shocked if the Niners won this game.
I wouldn't be shocked, but like I said, I don't expect it. I think it's going to be a tough situation for them.
Yeah, I think going to Philly's always hard.
And Philly's got a good defense. We just saw what a good defense in Seattle did to the Niners. So yeah, it's going to be tough to score being on the road. Thankfully. Well, actually, let's do a little research real quick.
Okay.
Last I checked, the weather was going to be actually okay on Sunday. It's not on Saturday, which is why the Niners might be lucky that they got the Sunday pull rather than Saturday.
Like, what does not good weather mean?
Like it was going to be like 45 and raining.
Ooh. And we know Brock is not great in the rain.
He's not.
He's not great in the rain.
Let's see what the forecast says now.
So you guys might have lucked out because you thought it was going to be on Saturday.
I was convinced it was going to be on Saturday. Yeah. So, Saturday says it's going to be 49 and 92% chance of rain. Sunday says partly cloudy, still 49 degrees, only 24% chance of rain.
Okay,
that's a lot better than 92%.
There. Yeah. Did you see the Texans, I think for the first time in their franchise's history, aren't playing Saturday at 1 o'clock for the playoffs?
Oh, really?
They're playing like Monday.
Yeah.
Which, it's funny that they always got that game for a long time.
It is ironic, yeah.
Sunday Night Football, Steelers beat the Ravens 26-24. There was 27 total points scored in the fourth quarter. Baltimore took the lead with 2:20 left in the game on a 64-yard pass from Lamar to Flowers. Pittsburgh responded with a go-ahead touchdown on a 26-yard pass from Rodgers to Calvin Austin with 55 seconds left. But Boswell missed the extra point, which I think was the second time he had done that in like 4 years.
Yeah, he had some crazy streak going.
Yeah,
of making every extra point.
Yeah, almost like Kendrick Lamar. Lamar Jackson was able to get the Ravens in field goal range when they set up a game-winning 44-yard attempt from Tyler Loop that missed as time expired. Also, I want to give Isaiah Likely a shout out.
Yeah, that was a hell of a catch.
That catch was a great catch.
On that fourth and 7 or whatever.
Looks like he was double covered.
Yeah,
almost did like his best non-touchdown Dwight Clark impersonation.
A little bit. I was thinking like
just kind of stretched out,
borderline David Tyree, not on the helmet, but just get going up for it. Yeah,
I guess I kind of tried to make the tight end connection a little bit.
Yeah.
So the Steelers win the AFC North and host the Texans on Monday. The Ravens, of course, missed the playoffs, who I picked to win the championship. So I will take a shot for that in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Lamar finishes with a losing record as a starter for the first time in his career. And also, it was yesterday's news that you guys all know about by now, I'm sure. John Harbaugh was fired after 18 years as Ravens head coach.
It's crazy. I mean, going back to this game in the first half was just a classic ugly-ass AFC North battle. And then all of a sudden the fourth quarter just opened up.
Yeah.
And honestly, when Kyle Hamilton went down with that injury, I don't know if you were watching this game closely. So he went down on the first drive of the second half.
Did he?
And that's when the Steelers all of a sudden found life.
Okay.
which was really, I mean, not surprising, but because Scott Hamilton's a great safety for the Ravens. But it just seemed to change. The whole game changed. And I kind of thought the Ravens were fucked. And they actually had a great chance to win this game at the end. Poor Tyler Loop is gonna be feeling it for the whole offseason.
Think about that for the rest of his life, honestly.
Yeah, John Harbaugh, though, he's gone. We'll talk about it more in a little bit. But, yeah, it's one of those things. It feels like he's been there a long time. Time for a new face.
Yeah. It was a great ending to the game, no doubt.
Yeah.
This game was...
I mean, the last 2 minutes, last 3 minutes, whatever you want to call it.
I gotta say, the NFL just knows how to deliver week in, week out, year in, year out. Because, last game of the regular season, we're going to give you this banger.
Right.
It's almost like it's scripted. I know it's not.
Honestly, they're lucky that this game was great, though, because I think in past years, like we've talked about the expanded schedule, now it's 17 games. Mm-hmm. This year was one of those years where it felt like that extra game didn't really bring anything to the table.
Okay.
Because pretty much every playoff team was set, going into the last 2 weeks of the year, which we don't usually see. But this year we did, we had some meaningful matchups on the last week of the year, and this game thankfully delivered because the Niners Seahawks game was. I mean, to be honest, I was kind of rubbernecking at work, looking at the TV.
Of course.
But I'm sure it was an ugly watch.
Yeah.
The game was relatively close for the most part, but yeah.
Yeah. More from Week 18. Your Buccaneers, your NFC champ Buccaneers, were eliminated from the playoffs despite beating the Panthers on Saturday. The Falcons
Falcons.
The Falcons beat the Saints, creating a three-way tie in the NFC South, and Carolina won the tiebreak.
Yeah.
That's a tough break for you.
It's a tough one, but I mean, the Bucs were not going to be Super Bowl contenders if they made it to the playoffs, regardless.
I gotta say that is truly a bold prediction, and now I'm taking it off the Bucs.
Yeah.
For you.
It was looking great. I think the Bucs were 6-2.
It was looking really good.
Yeah.
You were looking like the Messiah.
Me and Nick Wright, baby.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
That motherfucker. He stole my swag.
So a couple more. So can we get rid of the Brandon Aubrey will break the field goal record this season?
I love that. We got to give Cam.
Yeah. I think I wanted to mention that.
Yeah. So we should do it right now since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Cam Little deserves a shout out.
Cam Little got a 67-yard field goal,
which was 1 yard short of his 68-yarder that he
nailed
earlier.
That's not even his career high.
Yeah.
So Cam Little, he's nothing little about that leg. Let me tell you.
So he topped Justin Tucker's record twice this season, which is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, I think the Brandon Aubrey bowl prediction that we had that he would actually break the record. I don't think we had to take a shot at that.
And because didn't he hit a 60? Did he hit a 65 this year?
I think so. He had a couple big ones this year. And he's got that kind of a leg, but we both did it, so we'll take off the books.
I do love that someone did break it, even though it wasn't him.
Yeah. I'm also going to take off for me real quick. Bill Belichick won't finish the regular season at UNC. Is that a shot or no?
Nah, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
There were at least talks about it.
There was, yes, at least talks about it. I got a couple more. They're going to be leaving my bowl predictions soon. Actually, no, I think it was that. My Wembanyama one's still out there.
All right, Baker.
Bake show.
Cheers to you. The bake show's over. Get back in the kitchen.
Yeah. Myles Garrett broke the NFL sack record on the fourth quarter sack on Joe Burrow. One could argue he did his best Brett Favre impersonation.
Yeah.
By just kind of ducking for him.
The first time I saw it, in live speed, I was like, I think it was a sack. And the second time I saw it, slow motion replay, I was like, he kind of dove. Yeah.
So that's Myles Garrett's 23rd of the season, and the Browns did win the game 20-18.
Did you see Zach Taylor getting all pissy about the fact that they stopped the game to celebrate?
Yeah. I did.
So I have two feelings about this because I kind of agree with him because it was late in the game. Mm-hmm. It was 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. And they're trying to get back to the line of scrimmage and run a play, and they're apparently no one told them that this was going to happen no matter what time of the game it was. Mm. So I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's dude, shut the fuck up. This game means pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
To the end of the regular season.
He did tonight. He was kind of whining about it,
and I feel like I've seen him whine about something like this before. Not like a stoppage of the game, but but something unnecessary to complain about. It's just like, come on, dude. Like, no one to pick your battles, in my mind, is my complaint with him. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't get fired, to be completely honest.
Yeah. I kind of get him and Stefanski mixed up. I kind of feel like they're the same guy, although I know they're not. Head coaching firings.
We had a lot.
Actually, no, one more thing I want to say about Myles Garrett real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Michael Strahan was talking about it, and he was like, well, I did 22 and a half. I got the sack record in 16 games. I'm like, dude, save it.
Yeah.
Like, Strahan was not like putting down the record, but
right.
I think he was saying like, oh, he took one more game.
Right.
Although I think Myles Garrett did the record in 200 less snaps than
I think I brought that stat up like either last week or the week before, that he played way fewer snaps than both TJ and Michael Strahan.
So I think
that should matter.
That should matter.
Justify.
That should be more impressive. That's like arguably more impressive. Like, yeah, you did it one less game. I'll give you that.
Sure.
But he did it in 200 less snaps.
Right.
That's impressive.
I think that should matter for sure.
If he would have played 200 more snaps, how many sacks would he have?
Right.
40?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, honestly.
Well, I think the number, he was somewhere around 500 snaps. So if he plays another 200, he probably gets another fucking 4 or 5 sacks,
So, I don't know. Like I think Strahan might have been tongue-in-cheek about it.
I'm sure he was. He's not a guy to be.
Yeah.
At least.
And I understand these players like to hold on to their records. So
right.
Him saying that, even if it wasn't tongue-in-cheek, I understand him being like, well, but I did in 16.
Right.
So.
I mean, but at the same time, like, where's the whole saying, like, records are meant to be broken? Like, don't we like seeing history being made? Like, you're going to be mad about your record being broken?
And, who knows if he was actually mad about it.
No, I don't think
he definitely said that, those things.
I don't think he was, but I just, like, in general.
Yeah. And if I were Myles Garrett, I'm showing the snap totals.
Yeah.
Bro, look at this is what I did in this. This is what you did in that. You needed 200 more, buddy.
Yeah.
So, head coach firings, there's a few of them. I want to know off the bat, were any of these guys on your list?
I did nail a couple.
So your thing was during the season, right? Or was it?
Well, just this year.
This year, okay. So, did you have the Raiders firing Pete Carroll after one season?
I did not.
Did you have the Falcons firing Raheem Morris?
I did not.
Did you have the Cardinals firing Jonathan Gannon?
No, but I feel like I should have.
That one's surprising.
I should have.
It?
No, he sucked.
No, did he
and he got. Remember, he punched a player this year.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not surprised at all.
The Browns, Kevin Stefanski.
Nailed that one.
Ravens, John Harbaugh.
Did not get.
I nailed that one after the game.
Right.
I texted you, Sal, and
Dion.
I said, John Harbaugh just coached his final game for the Ravens. And I was kind of joking, but it did kind of feel that way.
I don't disagree at all. Yeah.
Just like that meme of the goalpost, and it's saying in the middle, Tomlin fired, and on the left and the right of the field goal, Harbaugh fired.
That's amazing.
Because I think you could argue if Tyler Loop hits that kick, John Harbaugh definitely has a job still, clearly.
Well, now, right, yeah.
I think Tomlin could have gotten fired.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's just crazy how, one kick.
Right. And I think Tomlin still could get fired after next week.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Just the Steelers don't like to have... In their history, they've had, 3 coaches?
Yeah.
4 coaches. It hasn't been a lot.
It's pretty wild.
It hasn't been a lot.
Super crazy.
The last coach to coach the Steelers outside of Mike Tomlin was Bill Cowher.
Yeah.
And that seems like he was
so long ago.
I think he was the coach of the Steelers when they lost to the Cowboys in the 90s.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
And obviously they won it in Super Bowl 40 against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They don't really fire coaches at all.
Yeah,
so I think even if they lose, I don't think Tomlin's automatically done. Because I think unless they already have somebody in the clip who they want to bring up.
Yeah, I just think the rumblings of kind of similar to John Harbaugh, where it's yeah, you won a Super Bowl or Super Bowls, but it's been a really long time. It's probably time for a different face.
I mean, at least Tomlin's been to 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Harbaugh. He went to 1. He won.
Went to 1 and won it. Yeah.
I mean, you really can't ask for that much more.
Right.
I mean, of course, you can get greedy and say we want more Super Bowls, but if you've already won one, this guy's going to have a statue outside the stadium. Most likely.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best coaches in Steelers history. They've all been.
No, I'm talking Harbaugh.
I mean, sorry, in Ravens history. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Joe Flacco did have an all-time postseason to get that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes both.
I mean, it is interesting though. So after that Super Bowl win, his playoff record is 4-7.
Yeah.
And I know it's the playoffs, so it's harder. But still, They've never won more than one game in the playoffs since that Super Bowl.
Well, I heard a good point about John Harbaugh's, you ran into Brady and Belichick for years, and you did beat him maybe a few times.
Yeah.
And then they're gone. You're like, okay, cool, may have a chance. And then you got to play Mahomes, Burrow, those kind of guys. Yeah. It's just sometimes you just run into the better guy, and I think maybe it was time for something new and for it to be fresh. And do we think Lamar Jackson was tired of this guy? I think it's a possibility.
I think it's a possibility, but I think it's more about the Ravens are like they're choosing the quarterback over the coach, and I don't really think Lamar Jackson wanted a new coach, but I think they're probably like we need to like we paid a lot of money for this guy. We're going to pay him again probably.
Yeah.
We need to find somebody else to reinvigorate his career.
Other open jobs: the Giants and the Titans.
I did have Brian Dable fired. Didn't have him fired in season, but I had him fired this year. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these jobs, and I mean, John Harbaugh apparently is getting calls left and right, but he's not going to take any interviews till next week, which I think is strategically smart. Maybe going after some jobs that come open after some playoff losses next week.
I mean, who do you think is going to get fired after next week?
I think, in a weird way, I think Sirianni is a potential because that's the way Eagles operate.
Well, I think
because Doug Peterson got fired like 2 years after winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't Harbaugh wasn't he a coach for the Eagles with Andy Reid?
Oh, he might have been like special teams coordinator.
I think so.
He might have been.
That could be.
Also, could be looking at.
I mean, he wouldn't go to the Steelers.
That could be wild.
Well, because I mean,
I don't think the Steelers would go after someone like him.
Well, I don't think he'd want to go there because I mean, Rodgers, if not this year, next year, then you're all of a sudden in quarterback.
Right.
You're in the abyss.
Another one is the Bills.
Ooh, man, if I'm Dev, I want that a little bit, I think.
But the thing is, like, is John Harbaugh just another Sean McDermott, but with a championship from a long time ago?
Well, I think it's probably more leaning towards that, what you're saying.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, the name is sexy, though.
Of course.
And I think Bills fans would... There's a part of the Bills fan base that would be like jazzed up about
for sure
the idea of John Harbaugh.
And I think it'd be worth a shot because if you're John Harbaugh, you're thinking, the defense needs a little work, but I've known to have good defenses on the Ravens.
Yeah,
and I got arguably the best quarterback in the league right now, playing.
Yeah,
and so I mean that's got to be the sexiest one if that opens.
Yeah, I think the Raiders' job is interesting too. I still am not like totally understanding where they're going to go. I mean, they better have a really good idea of who they're going to hire or go after. Because to me, like, I think I said this last week or the week before, like, I think keeping Pete Carroll and then drafting, like, your franchise quarterback to get him, like, started with a veteran coach and, like, someone who's got, well established in the league would have been a good idea. But if they can get a Stefanski or just a good head coach like John Harbaugh, they're not going to get John Harbaugh, but just someone that's well established in the league, and then a really good offensive mind to go with Mendoza, like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
that would be smart.
Yeah. A few other things I want to mention before we move into the Player of the Week. Do you know there's only 2 quarterbacks to have back-to-back 14-game winning seasons?
Only 2 to have back-to-back. Well, so Sam Darnold is now one. Who's the other? Ooh. Is it Joe Montana?
No.
Do I should know this person?
You know this person.
Tom Brady?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just we live in a world where Tom Brady and Sam Darnold are now sharing stats together. That's all I'm saying. And mention the Seahawks again. The last 2 times a new pope was elected, the Seahawks clinched the 1 seed and made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This year we had a new pope.
Yep.
The Seahawks clinched the 1 seed.
Yep.
Will they make it again to the Super Bowl? I'm not saying it's not nothing.
Okay, so they lost the first time and won the second time.
Yes.
Correct? All right. Interesting.
And then also the Jets become the first team in NFL history to go a full season without an interception. And their head coach was the defensive coordinator for the Lions last season.
Yeah.
So that part blows me away because your guys, this head coach is supposed to be a defensive guy.
Yeah.
And you guys can't get one. Man, I know the Niners were flirting with it like midway through the season this year.
Yeah, it took like longer than it should have to get a pick, but yeah.
That's an incredible stat
Yeah.
for me. Given that your head coach is a defense first guy. And also the Cowboys let go of defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. Thank you, and that's it.
Can you put a bow on the Cowboys season for us? Or is that impossible?
No. Just for me, in a few words, or one word, expected.
Yeah.
I expected this.
Yeah.
You know, I've even mentioned to Deb a couple nights ago again that I haven't been the same since the wild card loss. Simply, like even football in general, I just haven't. I mean, I love football. I love watching it, but I just haven't.
Hasn't given me the same high.
That game changed me, and it will continue to change me unless the Cowboys make a playoff run.
Yeah.
If that'll ever happen. But this season was expected. I knew looking at the schedule, and their schedule next season's not any easier.
Yeah.
So this could be a second, season in a row.
Right.
Dak had a good season, I thought.
Yeah.
He played well, like he usually does in the regular season. It just,
I will say one thing that even though
I'm going to say something after I think you might be saying the same thing.
I will say that overall, the defense was bad, but after the Micah Parsons trade, the whole picture for the Cowboys, it looked a lot better than I expected. Like I thought, like to me, like the Brian Schottenheimer hire just screamed disaster to me, and he was way more competent as a head coach than I expected. Their offense was up there with some of the best offenses in the league, so I think there's something there. They need to figure out the defense, and firing Matt Eberflus is a start.
Yeah, and I feel like it's always so hard to catch lightning in a bottle with having the good offense and the good defense, and the Cowboys always either seem to have the good defense and bad offense, or a good offense and bad defense, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But I will say what you said about Schottenheimer. I think it was a good hire. I think the players love him.
Yeah.
I think he is a player's coach. I think at first I was apprehensive over the hire because you've been in the league for this long as a coach, but you've never been a head coach.
Right, and hardly anyone's asked you.
But this guy's a football lifer. Obviously, his dad was head coach and a good one at that.
Yeah.
So I think overall, the Schottenheimer. Do I think he's going to lead us to the Super Bowl? No. But do I think he can be a good coach until they find their next good coach? I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's fine.
I would say he was a pleasant surprise. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys' offense was a pleasant surprise, I think.
Yeah.
But overall, they're not a complete team by any means.
And I agree also what you said about the Cowboys and the Micah Parsons trade is when that trade happened, it was like
it was doomsday.
People were dragging Jerry Jones through the mud, which he should be for a lot of reasons.
Right.
And I think initially for this too.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think it turned out not to be as terrible in hindsight, especially with Micah tearing his ACL, which not rooting for that.
Yeah. I don't even think that should be part of it. I
think for Jerry Jones it probably was.
From a mental standpoint for him, sure. But I think for the Cowboys in general,
for a peace of mind, I'm sure that happening, Jerry Jones I feel like I made the right decision.
Yeah. But who's to say if he plays another season for the Cowboys, is that going to happen?
Yeah. But when it all comes down to it, the Cowboys are sitting on the couch and the Packers are playing another game.
Right.
So I think you could say, Mike is not playing, but as of right now, the Packers won the trade because they're still playing.
Right. So
that's where I'm at with the Cowboys. Player of the week, who do you got?
I want to say something funny because you mentioned about the Jets not having a pick this year. I saw this video on Instagram of this guy. It was kind of like a podcast type thing where he's reeling off stats that sound like quarterback stats, and he's and the other guy's oh yeah, that sounds like 0 picks. It sounds like the MVP of the league. He's actually that's every quarterback that played against the Jets this year. I found that fucking hilarious because it was 31 touchdowns and no picks or something like that, and 110 passer rating.
That sounds like an Aaron Rodgers MVP season.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Player of the week, I'm going to go with none other than Jackson Dart, and part of it,
it's my boys.
Yeah,
with no Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Okay.
So part of it is because. The whole talk was over the last couple of weeks are the Raiders or the Giants going to get the first pick? Giants, of course, beat the Raiders last week, or 2 weeks ago, that is, now. And Jackson Dart had a great game, which I loved the fact that he did that. And then the Raiders clinched the first pick again with the Giants win this past week. And I just love the fact that Jackson Dart is like, I mean, who knows? I'm sure the Giants are not just trying to lose games. I think the Raiders were. Mm-hmm. But he went in there and was like, you know what? I don't care if you guys like Fernando Mendoza. I'm your quarterback.
Yeah.
And he went out there and mulled out. He had 262 total yards against the Cowboys, a couple touchdown passes.
I think it's a great point.
Yeah, I kind of think it's hilarious and also cool that he had some good moments at the end of the year.
My player of the week, we mentioned it earlier. I'm going Drake Thomas, linebacker for the Seahawks, and it's not even a shot. It sounds ridiculous, but I think given there was only a few games this week that really meant something, I think that interception in the red zone at a crucial moment in the game, which to me essentially sealed the game, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
I think that's deserving of player of the week. I mean, he didn't really do much. But I think
you should give it to McCaffrey for giving him the ball.
See, that would be it.
That would be trolling.
That would be trolling. So I'll give it to.
I think it's still a little bit.
I mean,
I know.
Honestly, I'll give it to Drake Thomas.
I love the defensive player pull.
Right.
Those are always good.
Should we go over our regular season?
Yeah,
picks?
let's take a little look back.
Okay. Love a little look back. So I'll start.
Look back at it.
I'll start in the AFC.
Yeah.
I actually nailed two records on the nose out of all of them.
Okay. The whole league or in the AFC?
In the AFC.
Okay.
The Bills 12-5, Steelers 10-7.
Nice.
And I had 4 playoff teams correct. I had the Bills, the Texans, the Broncos, and the Steelers. I obviously whiffed on the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bengals.
Gotcha. Yeah, AFC, I nailed one record on the dot. That was the 7-10 Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
I had a lot of teams that were like pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely, I missed on the Patriots being as good as they were. Denver I had in the playoffs, but I didn't have them going 14-3. That's for damn sure. Ravens I had at 14 wins. They didn't make the playoffs, so that's a big whiff. Yeah. Obviously, you were kind of part of that too. Mm-hmm. I was proud of myself for picking Jacksonville to win the AFC South.
There you go.
Now, I only gave them 9 wins.
I gave them 8.
Not 13 like they had. But yeah. So I think in total I had the Bills, Chargers, Broncos, and Jags. So I had 4 out of 7 in the AFC as well.
Okay, look at us both getting 4. Proud of us. In the NFC, I nailed also 2 records on the nose. Eagles 11-6, Lions 9-8, and I had the Eagles, Niners, Packers, Seahawks, and Rams making the playoffs. So I had 5 out of 7.
Oh wow, look at you! Yeah, I did not do well in the NFC as far as playoff teams. I only had Green Bay, the Rams, and the Eagles. Yeah, it was just so straight. So in total, I had 7 out of 14. So I have to. In both leagues.
I had 9 out of 14. That's pretty good.
I did nail 3.5 records, I will say, in the NFC.
3.5?
I had the Lions at 9-8, Falcons at 8-9, Eagles 11-6, and I had the Cowboys as my half because they had 7 wins, but not 7-10. They were 7-9-1.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. I had the teams that missed for me. I had the Buccaneers and the Commanders.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Bucks. I had Minnesota sneaking in as a wild card. They couldn't figure out the quarterback, so that was a huge factor.
Hey, every team in the NFC North had a winning record.
I will say, in hindsight, I still had the Vikings at 10-7. They went 9-8. So only 1 game off.
I had the Vikings going 5-12. So
really?
I had them doing pretty bad.
Yeah,
I had them doing pretty bad. What's my biggest whiff?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean,
let's see.
I had the Niners winning 8 games. And they won 12. That's a pretty big one. I had Chicago winning 6 games. Did you have them in the playoffs?
No, but I had them winning.
They won 11.
That's a big one. I had them going 8-9.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the Chiefs going 12-5, but I mean, that's kind of
I mean, yeah. I had them on 11-6 and winning the division still. Who else? Yeah, Ravens was a bad one. Bengals was a bad one.
I had Bengals going 11-6.
I had them at 10-7. Yeah.
What else?
I mean, the Colts was looking like a bad one. I had the Colts as one of the worst teams in the league. You had 5-12, and they won. They were 8-2 at one point.
Oh, my biggest whiff. Actually, I had the Panthers going 3-14.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. So that was probably my biggest whiff.
I had them at 7-10. I thought they'd be better. So actually, it was only 1 game off.
So yeah, I mean, not too bad overall, I guess.
I had the Commanders going 12-5. Do you have them in the playoffs?
I did.
Yeah.
I had the Commanders going 10-7.
10-7. Yeah, they won only I think 5 games.
Yeah. Should we look over our awards and stuff and how we feel about those so far?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, my Super Bowl was Ravens-Eagles, with the Ravens winning. I mean, the Eagles are still in it, so it might look better on the stat sheet if they make the game.
I had Bills and Bucks with Josh Allen as my Super Bowl MVP. Did you have Lamar? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's.
I also had Lamar as my MVP.
I had Lamar as my MVP as well.
Yeah. Obviously
not going to happen.
Yeah. I had Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year.
I went Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs had a great year, and Jamar Chase had a good year as well.
Yeah.
I don't think either of those guys are going to win it.
Yeah.
But
Defensive Player of the Year, I had Aiden Hutchinson.
I went Jared Verse. I don't even know what the odds are for DPOI, but neither of those guys are going to win it.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, I had Abdul Carter. I have no idea how he's been doing.
I went Abdul Carter as well. I don't think he's going to win it either, unless they just give it to him because nobody else. And then, what about Offensive Rookie of the Year?
I almost did Travis Hunter, crossed it out, then I put Ashton Genty.
Yeah. I went Amari and Hampton. He was decent. He missed some games, though.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Coach of the Year, who did you have?
I had Mike McDonald, which I think is on the table.
It's very on the table. I had Liam Cohen, which is also very on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Duval. Look good. Look at I'll do that.
Yeah, so my head coach firings in total, I had Mike McDaniel. Sounds like his job is safe, which is crazy to think about.
Right.
Like he should have been fired 10 weeks ago. I also had Shane Steichen losing his job. Probably not going to happen. Sounds like he's safe. And then Schottenheimer was my other one that missed. And then nailed Dable and Stefanski.
There you go.
I should have fucking put Jonathan Gannon on there for the Cardinals, but I didn't. I knew I blew that one. But yeah, I mean, overall, I had the Rams in the conference championship. I feel pretty good about that still happening.
Let's see.
Tampa Bay is obviously out, so that kind of fucks my bracket.
NFC Championship, I have Eagles-Packers, which is
That is technically possible.
is on the table, right?
Yeah. It kind of depends on who wins the other wild card game.
AFC Championship, I had Ravens and Bills.
Same. You just had Ravens winning. I had Bills winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, my Bills Super Bowl pick is still alive. I don't feel great about it, but it is still alive.
The only stadium Josh Allen has not played in his career, Levi Stadium.
Is that right?
That is right.
Interesting. Well,
I mean,
I would love to see the Bills win the Super Bowl. I think this is Josh Allen's year to do it. I just don't think they have a team.
If not, I know. If not now, when? Right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna let one of these snot-nosed kids like Bo Nix or Drake May beat you? I don't think so.
It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
Shouldn't happen.
But we'll see. Wild Card Weekend preview. Do they still call it Super Wild Card Weekend?
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
I think they may or may not, but I think it sounds funny.
I want to say they dropped that a little while
They
ago.
should have.
In the NFC, Saturday, Rams are 10.5-point favorites at the Panthers. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah,
I think
like a betting standpoint, no.
Would I be shocked they covered? No.
Yeah. The Rams feel like the only lock to me this weekend, personally.
The other Saturday game, the Packers 1.5-point favorites at the Bears, which that surprised me.
Well, it is. I think the line opened as even.
Okay.
And apparently the Sharps are on the Packers, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I think they're going for experience maybe in this one.
Yeah, I mean, if I were the head coach, Baltimore material. Baltimore material. They think they're going to come into our house.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it is pretty close to a coin flip.
Mm-hmm. Love an NFC North playoff matchup.
Yeah, I mean,
love that
because they're all just. I mean, outside the Lions, they're all just like those cold weather outdoor stadiums. Just, gritty. Yeah, should be a fun one.
Sunday, Niners at the Eagles. Eagles are 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I think this feels about right for the number. I mean, maybe 3.5 because the Eagles tend to win close.
Yeah,
but I hope the Niners at least give them a game. I can see it being just kind of like last week against the Seahawks, but we'll see. We'll see.
On the AFC side, Sunday the Bills are 1.5-point favorites at the Jags.
How do you feel about the Bills in this one?
I like how they're. It's funny because, I mean, how many times in the Josh Allen era for the Bills have they had to go to a non-cold weather city and play a game?
I know, right?
I almost feel like that's house money for them. Like, we don't have to go to Kansas City or
Right.
Baltimore. We have to go to Jacksonville.
It does feel like an ideal situation, but for some reason, I just like this Bills team. I don't like them at all. It's not even because I want them to win. I want them to win the Super Bowl. I think I would love that for Josh Allen. I would love that for Bills fans. But
You want it for your pick too.
well, that too. But I think they're a team that's been on the cusp for a long time, and I feel like they deserve one because they have one of the best players in football history. Honestly,
Yeah.
And they deserve one. But there's something missing.
Yeah. And I mean, the Jags are kind of hot right now.
Jags are
Trevor
hot.
Lawrence is playing arguably the best ball of his career.
He's cooking right now.
He is.
Got to give it to him.
He's looking like how we wanted him to look for years.
Right. Did he threw like 35 touchdown passes or something this year?
Yeah, it sounds
something
about right.
ridiculous.
It does feel like a Bills win, but obviously nothing's guaranteed. It's just that's the first thing I thought of was, the Buffalo Bills have to go to the Jacksonville
Right.
for a playoff game. Like,
Yeah.
say less. Like it's. I mean, I don't know what the weather's going to be in Jacksonville. Maybe it's a little too muggy for the Bills. I don't know. Is it a day game? Is it a night game? No idea.
That one's going to be Sunday
In the morning.
during the daytime.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be like 1 o'clock Eastern.
Sunday, Chargers at the Patriots. Patriots are 3.5-point favorites. This game intrigues me the most, I think, out of all of the games.
I think, I would agree.
Because I love Harbaugh, Herbert on the road in Foxborough against Vrabel, who is a experienced head coach in the playoffs. But Drake May,
But they have an inexperienced team.
he's a baby.
Yeah.
He's a baby in the situation. Not to say Herbert has a ton of playoff experience.
Right.
He doesn't, but he's a little more long in the tooth than that, I would say.
Well, it's kind of, there's a hump for both of these teams to get over. It's like, the Patriots had a great regular season, but like there's the doubters out there because they're a young team, right? And they got a second-year quarterback.
Well,
but then also the Chargers have that hump of they're the Chargers, and they just don't win in the playoffs,
Yeah.
no matter who they have on the team.
You could say, too, that the Patriots have the hump of getting over the Brady Belichick hump, and can we actually have something outside of that?
Sure. I
would say.
think that's another good point, yeah.
But, man, just thinking about the Dome's SoCal team going up to
Yeah.
Boston, it
Doesn't sound great
sound great.
on paper.
But, man, could I see the Chargers winning this game as ugly as possible? I could.
Right.
I would not be shocked. I'm rooting for that.
I just hate when I watch the Chargers because I feel like they should be really good, and then Justin Herbert has to run for his life for fucking 60 minutes of football every week, and it makes me not believe in them.
Yeah. I mean, Patriots probably win, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Other interesting game on Monday, the Texans are 3-point favorites in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. I think Aaron Rodgers could have a tough day with that defense.
It's an interesting one because
DK Metcalf will be back for him, which is nice.
I have been trying to talk myself out of the Steelers are going to win this game.
Yeah.
Because
Try to talk yourself out of it, but you can't.
I can't because the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, they're money on Monday Night Football. That is one thing.
They are.
They're going to be at home.
I forgot. We just talked about the stat like two weeks ago.
We did. They're going to be at home.
They had not lost a Monday night game at home since the 92?
Something crazy.
90-something?
Yeah. I think the Texans drew the worst
I didn't
stick
even think about
they
that.
possibly could have.
That wouldn't right.
And
that's a
I
great
really do like this Texans team. I think they have getting to the Super Bowl potential at the I'll just say that.
Yeah.
They could be in the Super Bowl, but they drew the worst straw in this first round of the playoffs, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot. I totally forgot about.
And
the Steelers.
they're going to be playing like I get Aaron Rodgers is old and maybe not the player he once was, but
Aaron Rodgers.
They drew the most experienced quarterback.
Yes,
in the bunch.
most experienced quarterback
Yeah.
in this field.
And honestly, last week against the Ravens, in that second half, he was pretty fucking surgical. Like he did everything he needed to do.
I mean, you called me crazy for picking the Steelers or putting the Steelers in my.
I don't think the Steelers have a chance to win the Super Bowl, but I think they can win this game.
enough for Mike Tomlin to keep his job.
Yes.
Like divisional round Steelers, AFC Championship Steelers.
No. Divisional round, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him carving up, or not. Maybe not. Maybe more surgical against his defense. But I could also see this defense putting his ass in the grass.
I could see them eating him up, but I could also see him being good in the quick passing game if they can get the running game going just a little bit, that would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texans' offense we've seen it be pretty average, I'll say, for most of the season.
Yeah, I've talked about it this year. Just something about Stroud. I think he's good enough. I just don't know if he has the stones yet.
I like C.J. Stroud probably more than the average person, but I do agree that he's not a world beater.
No.
And neither is this Texans offense. No. And the Steelers defense has been shaky at times, but I don't know. There's something about Tomlin pulling something out of his ass on a Monday Night Football game that I hate. I
totally forgot about that. I was the one who told you that stat like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I remember seeing it during the game. I'm like, did I see that right?
Yeah.
Because I think the other one was like, I could be totally wrong, but I thought I saw they were like 13-1 in their last Monday night games overall, like home or away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Contender Rankings.
First postseason edition here.
Yeah.
I think this will be the second to last one. We'll do one next week, and then once it gets down to the Final Four, we'll just.
Are we going to do picks?
Oh, we are going to do picks. I forgot to put that.
Okay. Are we doing? You want to do that after this?
Yeah, we'll do that after this.
Okay.
It usually comes after this. I just totally forgot to put it in there. I knew I forgot to put it in there, and then I still didn't do it.
Yeah. So my rankings. I struggle with the rankings this year. I'm just gonna.
It's been tough.
It's been tough.
I mean, it's been one of those years where it's just who knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
So here's how I'm doing it. All 14 teams are on this list, but I'm ranking them from
1 to 14.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because I think in theory, all these teams do have a quote unquote
theoretical
shot.
chance. Yeah.
So I'll go 14-1, or would you rather me go 1 to 14?
You pick. I think 14-1.
I'll go 14-1.
Yeah.
14, no surprise, the Panthers.
Yeah.
I don't think they really have a shot, but they're in the field, so I'll give them their credit. They are division champ. You got to respect it. 13, I'm going to put the Chargers there.
Okay.
Although I was just talking glowingly about them a few minutes ago, I just have to see it from Herbert and Harbaugh in this situation.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
And I know offensive line is hurt right now. Not really ideal for Justin Herbert.
It's been ugly.
Justin Herbert has a broken left hand, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going with that. 12, I'm going to put the Steelers at 12, although you made a really good point about them on Monday Night Football, but I'm going to stick with my pick.
Yeah.
Just kind of feels like the Steelers win ugly, and I'm not sure how many times you can win ugly in the playoffs. Maybe sure one game.
Yeah.
But multiple games.
Yeah, multiple. I would agree.
Don't really know that. At 11, I'm going to go with the Packers. I like their experience. I like the head coach experience. I like Jordan Love. I think Micah Parsons going down does not help. And I think they have, and even Jordan Love's kind of injured too, isn't he? Or
yeah, I mean, they're waiting on Christian Watson to come back, Jordan Love to come back. They're dealing with some stuff that's going to be tough to overcome.
Right above them going the Bears. I think Caleb, dude. Some of the plays I've seen from Caleb this year, his throwing, like he could throw the football, he could put it literally anywhere on the field.
He does have a great deep ball.
He's an amazing thrower.
He's got a great deep ball. He's not like amazingly accurate, like say prime Aaron Rodgers.
He's more like Brett Favre.
But I would agree, and he can make. It seems like he can make any throw anytime. Yeah.
I think Howie Long compared him and said that he's John Elway, which I never saw John Elway play.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I mean, I know John Elway had like the best.
He was one of the highest
graded
prospects
out of college.
Yeah, right.
I kind of like what the Bears are doing right now. I think they're kind of humming in the right ways.
Right.
I would say.
I think I look at them as a team that's like fun and exciting and new, but
it's not their time yet.
Exactly. They're not there yet.
Right above them, Texans, purely because of that defense. I think that defense can win them a playoff game, maybe two.
Yeah.
I think C.J. Stroud can do enough to get to that point. Above them, I'll put the Jags because I think Trevor Lawrence, like I said, is playing better than we've ever seen him play before. I think they have playmakers all over the field. And I do like their head coach. He's kind of a cornball. I think we had the soundbite for a while, the Duval soundbite. But I think they're playing well. I'm gonna go the Niners at 7. And after that Seahawks game, I did not love it.
No,
or what they looked like at all.
Yeah.
And also, I think I'm giving a lot of this to Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy has shown that he could run this offense better than any quarterback in history. Maybe outside of Matt Ryan when he was coordinator, but since he's been head coach of the Niners.
Yeah.
And I think the Niners just have a lot of injuries. that they might not be able to overcome.
Yeah.
But I do put them in this higher tier because of the experience alone. I'm going to go Bills above that because I think Josh Allen is clearly better than Brock Purdy.
Right. Bills you have them at 6?
A 6, yeah.
6, yeah.
I think Josh Allen is better than Brock Purdy. I think everyone would say that.
Oh, yeah.
Although I don't really love the head coach. They do have also really good experience in these kind of games, although they haven't won the big one.
Yeah.
Or got to the big one. But it's kind of like in Josh Allen we trust at this point.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going.
That's the only chance they have.
Yeah. I got the Broncos at 5 and the Patriots at 4. And I kind of have to pay the respects because they're both the 1 seed. Although I don't know what they're going to do because I don't know if Bo Nix or Drake May has what it takes to get to the upper echelon.
Right.
Which they could totally prove me wrong because all they have to do is win one game to make it to the championship game. Right. So it's very much possible.
Broncos already – oh, yeah. Well, Patriots had to win too. But
that's true, yes.
Yeah. Broncos aren't going to win. Yeah.
Above them, I'm going to put Seattle. I do not love Sam Darnold. But he proved to me that on Saturday that he could win a big game. Because that was a big regular season game.
That was definitely –
But that was a big game on his part. And he didn't really wow the stat sheet.
No, it wasn't a game where it was like a Sam Darnold blew it up and torched the Niners.
But he also didn't ruin it for the Seahawks.
No, I think that was a big key for them because they have had turnover problems this year.
And that defense looks really, really good. Arguably as good as Texans defense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
And then 2-1, going Eagles, Rams, champions.
So Rams are number 1 or Eagles are number 1?
Yeah, Eagles are 2, Rams are 1.
Gotcha.
Both champions. Don't love Sirianni, but he can coach. Sean McVay struggles.
Does anyone love Sirianni?
No. Do Eagles fans love Sirianni?
I don't think so.
I think just the top 2 for me are obvious, just because of the experience
Yeah.
and the championship medal.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think they deserve that as well. All right. So I have 8 teams on my list. I'm going to go 1 to 8, though.
Okay.
We do have the same top 3. I got the Rams at number 1. They just feel like the most complete team I trust the most, quarterback I trust the most. Mm-hmm. Their defense has slipped, obviously, over the last few weeks, but I anticipate they're going to take care of business against the Panthers, and they're going to be on their way in the second round of the playoffs, and they're going to be tough to beat. I think they have the best offense right now. Eagles, number 2, purely based off of, they have won a Super Bowl. They've been to 2 with this core.
Yeah.
And had a really good chance to win that first one. So I think based on that, they like I said earlier, though, they do feel a little bit more like what we saw out of them 2 years ago than last year or the year before.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think they deserve the respect. And this is one of those years where there's just really not a heavy favorite. Even the Rams being number 1, like they have some holes,
I don't think I've been more irritated over trying to figure out who the best team is in the season in my entire life. Right. I just don't know.
Which is a great thing, for the NFL and the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Having a situation where nobody knows what's going to happen.
It's tough to pick because there's not one clear-cut team.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. So Seahawks, like I said, have the same top 3 as you. I got them at number 3. The only reason I don't have them number 1, I guess, would be just the fact that I'm still going to put the jury out on Darnold having, 2 to 3 consecutive games where he doesn't shit the bed, because we've seen him do it at times this season. We've seen him do it in the past. They're overall probably the best team, and I think they are the betting favorite on most sports books right now, which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to have to be more dynamic on a consistent basis on offense to win the Super Bowl this year. Number 4, I got the Broncos, 5 Patriots. I only had the Broncos ahead of the Patriots because they got the bye. So they're going to be at home throughout the AFC playoffs. Still, both these teams, like we said, second-year quarterbacks that we don't really totally trust. Mm-hmm. Both good, really, really good head coaches, though, which is why they're as high as they are. But I'm not really. The AFC is just
the head coach is not throwing the football,
right? And the AFC is just so wide open at this very moment.
Yeah.
Once we see a playoff game next week, that's going to change quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Texans, I dropped down to number 6, based solely on the fact that, like previously mentioned, I thought they got a terrible draw with having to play the Steelers on Monday Night Football
that is a bad
in a
draw.
standalone.
I didn't think that's.
I still have them at number 6 though, because I like their team a lot, and I think with the AFC being so wide open, I think they have a really good shot to make the Super Bowl. But they're going to have to beat the Steelers, which I don't think is going to be a cakewalk. They are the favorites, but they're not going to. It's not going to be an easy game. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to have to go on the road again after that. So it's going to be 2 tough games right out the gate for them to get just to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
And at number 7, I have the Jags. I like them right now, but just because they're on a roll, they're going to get a home game, even though it's against Josh Allen. I think I do like the Jags actually to win that game, not comfortably, but I think they have what it takes to beat the Bills. The Bills are they're so reliant on Josh Allen and James Cook, and that's my number 8 team is the Bills. I have to give them a puncher's chance because of Josh Allen, but that's the only reason they're on my list. If they had anything less than Josh Allen at quarterback, they wouldn't even be anywhere near my list. But he is that good, and I do think there is a world where he could win 4 consecutive playoff games, even all being on the road or neutral site. But it's going to take a Herculean effort.
You do kind of glaze Josh Allen, don't you?
He's great, but I don't think he's good enough to overcome.
He's a great quarterback.
He's great, but I don't think he's good enough to overcome what they have on the rest of their team right now.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
All right. Contender rankings going into the playoffs. They're in. They're in.
Absolutely hate mine, but it's fine.
Yeah, I kind of hate mine too. Hey, the Sharks made it through the first period without giving up a goal. Who'd have thought?
Hey.
That was easy.
It wasn't.
It was not easy. Because by this time, the last 2 games,
It was already over.
The game's already over.
It's 4-0 or whatever.
So shout out Askarov.
Yeah, let's go, Asky.
Brick wall. On to picks. I know I did not have a good week last week. So
1-3, only minus $300. So you didn't just totally,
shout out to the Panthers.
Nosedive.
Shout out to the Panthers for losing but covering.
Yeah, right.
Love that.
Yeah, that was your only win.
Yeah.
You had the Niners, you had Bama, you had Georgia.
Bad week, man.
Yeah, tough one.
Bad week. What did you do?
I went 3-1
Hey!
plus $800. I'm in the positive now.
Damn.
My only loss was Ohio State. They didn't. Not only did they not cover, they lost by 10. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had Carolina like you did. I had the Rams covering 7.5 over the Cardinals. I had the Seahawks minus 1.5 against the Niners.
Wow.
So total records. You're 30-31-1 plus $300 right now.
Okay.
I'm 32-30 plus 600.
Look at us.
Yeah, we're looking good. We're on the plus side.
So shocking. I hated the Lions. I hate not the Lions. I hated the Lions.
You do hate the Lions now.
Nah.
The Lions hate you.
The Lions hate the Cowboys. So I asked you how many you had to pick. You said 3, and I didn't like picking 2 more. But the only one I really felt confident about was.
Did you pick a college game?
I picked 1. Yeah.
Okay.
I picked Bears plus 1.5
Okay.
at home against the Packers. I'm putting $200 on that. Just kind of think they're being disrespected. I know the Packers have the experience, and maybe I don't even know if Jordan Love's a better quarterback than Caleb Williams.
I think that's close. I do like the Bears as well.
My next one, I'm going to go Jags plus 1.5. So I'm picking home dogs.
I like it.
Jags plus 1.5 against the Bills for $100. And then my one college pick, I'm going to go Indiana minus 3.5
Wow, look at us.
against Oregon.
We picked a lot of the same games this week.
Well, there's only so many to pick, though.
Yeah.
But for $100.
$100 for that? Okay.
And those are my picks.
So I'm also taking Indiana minus 3.5 against Oregon for $200.
Yeah.
I'm going to also take the Jags plus 1.5 against the Bills for $100. I'm also taking the Bears plus 1.5
Okay.
for $100 against the
That's
Packers.
by far the first time we've done that this season.
Oh, yeah, not even close. And then my only pick that's going to be different is the Patriots. I'm taking them minus 3.5 against the Chargers.
Okay.
I don't love the Chargers going into New England.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, me neither.
you can put everything aside. They're just, for one, they're not the better team. I think it's equal or close to equal at best. And New England's played a lot better. They protect the quarterback a lot better. There's just so many factors against the Chargers in this situation.
Last time Harbaugh coached in Foxborough, was it with the Chargers or was it with the Niners? When the Niners beat...
Well, I do remember that game where they beat they beat Tom Brady.
It was like Sunday night.
And Randy Moss had a touchdown for the Niners. Colin Kaepernick had a big game.
Yeah, it was either Sunday or Monday night.
I want to say it was Sunday night because I do remember NBC being on the call.
Yeah. But I guess in the past 2 years, since he's coaching in AFC, could have played in Foxborough or coached in Foxborough recently.
Yeah.
But the picks are in.
Picks are in. We're finishing the year strong. I'm 14-7 in the last few weeks, and you're like 11-8. So
Okay.
yeah, we're going strong right now.
I like that.
Yeah. Q&A time, baby.
Wow, look at us bringing Q&A back. We almost didn't have any questions, so thank you for the 5 people that asked us questions. We appreciate you.
And we counted up 11 or 12 here.
Yes. First question is from Seven Waffles. She asked, do you agree with Nick Saban that the transfer portal should be in May for college football? Can you explain to me what she's talking about?
So the transfer portal is, where kids transfer from school to school.
Okay, yes. Right. But what does the May part mean?
May as in the month.
But, okay, so
right now it's literally right now while the college football playoff is going on.
Oh, so he thinks it should be after the season ends?
Right. And I don't know if I agree with May being the month necessarily. But I guess I get it because that's probably like when school's like kind of wrapping up. Mm-hmm. But I could see it just being after the football season is over, which happens on the 20th or something of January. Yeah. Like if it started in February, I think that'd be totally fine. Yeah. I do think it's dumb though. I would agree with him that it's dumb that it's happening while the season is still playing out.
I just think it's, as a head coach, it'd be too much of a distraction. Like, you got to worry about your kids maybe, like, not even wanting to be a part of your team right now.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Nick Saban.
Like, I believe there are kids that are on teams that are still in the playoff that are in the transfer portal right now playing for their team.
Yeah.
Currently. Yeah. Which it doesn't make sense. They need to reassess. Like, if they're going to continue with the transfer portal the way it is, they need to reassess how it is laid out, throughout the season, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
for sure. Seven Waffles has another question. She asks, "Who is your NFL MVP?" And I was kind of looking it up, and it's tough, man, because the records.
I think the advanced metrics are in Drake May's favor.
They are,
but I find it hard to argue with 46 touchdown passes and.
So let's see what I found.
What was it? 7 or 8 picks that Stafford had this season?
Yeah, here, let's see. So they both had 17 starts. Matt Stafford's record 12-5. Drake May obviously the better record at 14-3. Completion rate, Drake May has Matt Stafford at 72-65. Passing yards, Stafford has him at 4,700 to Drake May's almost 4,400. Passing touchdowns, Stafford has a lot more, 46 to Drake May's 31. They both had 8 interceptions on the nose. Passer rating, Drake May 113.5 to Matt Stafford's 109.2. Rushing yards, Drake May 452, Matt Stafford's 1. Rushing touchdowns, Drake May has 4, Stafford has none. Game-winning drives, if you care about that, 2 for Drake May, 1 for Matt Stafford.
Only 1 for Stafford, interesting.
I mean, looking based off that, it probably should be Drake May.
To me, it's pretty close to a coin flip.
But what I was telling you is, are we ready for a world where Drake May is already an NFL MVP? Are we ready for that? I want to give it to Stafford because of what he's accomplished and how long he's been doing it, but I know that's not what the award is about.
Right. Well, to me, the award always comes down to, one, you have to have statistically a season to be even in the conversation.
And, 47,
and both of them do.
Both of them do.
And then secondly, the winner usually goes to the one that has the narrative behind them. Mm. And to me, this year, I'm not sure either of them have like a really sexy narrative that backs their case.
Yeah.
Now,
well, isn't that kind of a microcosm of the NFL as a whole this season?
Is that it seems like there's just who knows what?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows who's good? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah,
yeah, it's very unpredictable.
Exactly.
Yeah, I find I'll be honest. Like, I do find myself a little biased towards Stafford because of his veteran status. And not because I want him to win an MVP because he hasn't won one or anything like that. I'm with you. Like, Drake May, like, giving him MVP year 2, like, just because he had his one good season so far, it feels weird.
Well, and also, who the Patriots, what I've been told, had a cupcake schedule.
They did.
And who in their division is really good? Like, the Bills are good, obviously.
Yep. And they beat the Bills once.
The Jets, Dolphins are not good.
Nope.
Stafford's got to play the Niners and the Seahawks, who are both really good teams.
Well, that's so. There's two factors that work. One works in one way, and the other works for the other. So, obviously, Stafford's supporting cast on offense, easily the better of the two. Like Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, way better supporting cast. Their tight ends are great. For Drake May, I mean, Stephon Diggs had a good year. Hunter Henry was a good tight end. The running backs were pretty solid, but I think we definitely give the advantage or the edge in supporting cast to Stafford. So that brings his case down. Mm-hmm. But strength of schedule, like you just mentioned, the Rams played among the teams that made the playoffs. The Rams played the hardest schedule in the league by far.
Okay.
And the Patriots played the easiest schedule in the league by far.
Yeah.
So how do you weigh those two factors versus each other?
My pick, I'm giving it to Stafford.
To me, I'm going Stafford as well. I think it's hard to argue with a 46 touchdown pass season.
And 4,700 yards passing.
And 4,700 yards.
And only 8 picks. That's like Aaron Rodgers type numbers.
It really is. Maybe better,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake May might have the rushing yards. And
Cool, and that's great.
400 is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's 400 more yards than Stafford had.
Yes, exactly.
So,
but even if you add those 400 up, doesn't Stafford still have more yards than Drake May?
I think it's pretty close. Yeah. And definitely more touchdowns, though.
Yeah.
35 to 46. So,
yeah.
I think I would lean Stafford. Some people felt like that last game against the Cardinals that they were trying to pad Stafford's numbers.
Stat
Padford. Yeah. Good call. Which may or may not have been happening. I don't know. They still wanted to win that game.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not like exactly. They had somebody to play for. It's not like they had their position locked in and they're like, okay, just throw Stafford out there to make them look like.
And I even think aside from that game, I felt like Stafford was the MVP. I think people got too caught up in what happened in those final few weeks where they lost a game to the Falcons that they probably shouldn't have lost, and then
that game was ugly.
And they lost a shootout to the Seahawks. I mean, they were winning that game, and I don't think it was Stafford's fault that they didn't win that game. He had a monster game against the Seahawks, so which was one of the best defenses in the league. So I think that should matter.
And I think with an MVP for Stafford, it seals up a Hall of Fame career.
I think he's already a Hall of Famer personally, but I would agree.
But I think that's like the cherry.
It puts
on top.
the cherry.
No matter, obviously, if they win the Super Bowl again, then that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I think if he gets MVP on top of a Super Bowl victory, that's massive for him. Mm-hmm. And he already has the gaudy passing numbers on top of that.
Yeah.
And probably touchdown numbers too. I mean, he's probably
creeping up that list.
Like 500.
Yeah. I mean, I would think he's going to finish his career in the top 10.
Yeah.
If he's not already there.
I think so. Yeah.
You want me to ask any questions?
Yeah.
All right. So Machadad asks, should the NFL fix the playoff format in terms of seeding, record, or division? Or any of those, that combination?
I do kind of miss the top 2 seeds get a bye in a way, but I don't really mind how it is right now.
I would 100% agree that I think when they went to 7 teams in each conference, that diluted the playoff format a little bit.
Okay.
And I know, someone could come at me about, oh, you think that the college football playoff should be expanded, but I think it's a totally different scenario. Mm-hmm. There's 32 teams in the NFL. There's 130 Division I college football teams. Yeah. So I don't think those can be compared. But I do think, I know, not to rub it in, but the Packers, I think, are the only 7 seed to win a playoff game.
Yes, they are.
So generally speaking, that 7 seed doesn't really have a chance to win most years.
Yeah.
And so I do I agree with you. I like when the 2 seed had the bye. Felt like that meant something.
Because let me ask you this: if the Niners, what would the Niners be in that 1-2 seed bye situation right now? If that was still a thing,
they'd still be playing. They'd be the last team in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought maybe Sal was asking that because he wished the Niners would be the 2 seed.
No.
Okay.
No. I think the.
Well, I guess it doesn't make
the
sense.
Bears. The Bears would be the 2 seed.
Because they won the division.
They just wouldn't have to play the Packers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind.
I think he's also probably trying to poke at the fact that the Panthers are in the playoffs and getting a home game against a team with 4 more wins than they have, which I think that's been talked about in years past when we've had 8-win division.
But I don't mind it because the Panthers, they're in that division. They play the games. They sometimes win the games. They win the division. It's just sometimes how it is.
I agree. I don't. If they wanted to say you have to win, you have to be over 500 to get a home game. Okay, fine. But that'd be a little bit like, I don't know. I wouldn't find it terribly fair if they decided to do that. But I could understand it. Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, I'm totally fine.
Because even with the old playoff format, didn't the Seahawks make the playoffs being 7-9?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think it just depends. Sometimes divisions are shitty.
Yeah, I think he's probably talking about like the fact that the Panthers get a home game rather than being like the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I don't think that they don't deserve to be in the playoffs, but I could understand someone saying they don't deserve to have a home game.
Yeah.
So, but it's the NFL. It's like
they won their division.
Some years divisions are shitty, and some years are not.
I guarantee you next year there'll be a team that's doing the same thing and wins the division.
It happens every year where there's like an 8 or 9 win team that wins their division. So. Yeah. Next question is from ZU Psalm 27. Has this been the most entertaining NFL regular season in the last 20 years or ever? I think that's subject to opinion for sure.
I mean, from the standpoint of you don't really know what's going to happen or who's going to win, I would agree with that because I can't remember a season like this. Like I was saying, it's hard to pick teams. It's hard to know who's the best team. So, I don't think that's...
Yeah, from an unpredictability standpoint, I would say it's up there for sure.
If you want to claim that, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think sometimes it's fun to have, like we'll take the Chiefs, for example, last year. Like, the fact that they were still the favorite and they got taken down. Like, that's kind of fun for the NFL fan base to, like, have a Goliath to take down.
It's almost like Colin Cowherd's point of like, sports almost need the dynasties to make it more interesting.
In a way, they do. I mean, I'm not going to say that I don't like what I've seen this year in the NFL and what's about to transpire.
It is refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe I wanted the Chiefs to have a deep playoff run because I just,
it brings intrigue and whatnot.
They've done me some favors in the past, so I kind of root for them.
Yeah.
But it is nice to see that there's going to be either a new quarterback champion or a multiple-time champion at the quarterback position.
So I guess if this was the yes or no question, I would say yes and no.
Yeah, I would say, it's subject to
personal opinion.
Yeah. Autumn Darko asks, who is the cutest NFL player and why? I mean, Jimmy G. I mean, do I have to say anything more?
Right. I mean, if you're saying cutest, I'd be hard pressed to not say Kyler Murray because he's just so little.
That's a good point. Should I say Brock Purdy then?
Yeah, right. He's just runs around.
What's funny is Brock Purdy's probably taller than both of us.
Oh yeah, I mean probably 6 foot. He's hanging with us. He's with the boys.
So I'll go Jimmy G. Because Jimmy G is a cute looking bastard.
Yeah, give me Kyler.
Yeah, give him that.
Well, Kyler.
ZU Psalm 27 asks, is Wendy from Wendy's hot? I gotta say this is a mean question because I looked up Wendy from Wendy's, and
what about the picture on the bag?
I think the picture on the bag is cute and fun.
I'm going to guess Wendy is not.
I'm not going to say the picture on the bag is hot because it's a picture of a girl, and I think that's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Is Wendy not a girl?
You want to see Wendy from Wendy's?
Yeah, let's just check her out. Or check him out if it's not a girl. I mean, she's not.
That's what she looked like as a kid.
Oh. Yeah. No, she could be worse.
She's not hot. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
She's not. No, she's definitely less than a 5.
She's she might not be hot, but she has a lot of money from Wendy's.
Yeah,
and they have damn good chicken sandwiches.
They do. I will say, last time was okay. For instance, on my most recent hangover day on Sunday.
On Sunday, huh?
Yeah.
What was Saturday night?
Just don't worry about it.
What'd you do?
Hung out with some coworkers.
Yeah.
Anyways, I needed to cure my hangover on Sunday with some Wendy's, and it was a little underwhelming.
Baconator?
No, I got just a Dave.
Son of the Baconator?
I went with a Dave single.
Okay.
And this is actually the second time in a row I've had Wendy's, and it was underwhelming. It just like the burger was dry as hell.
Did you get fries?
I don't like their fries.
You don't like their fries?
Yeah.
I love Wendy's fries.
See, I've heard people say that, and I don't care for their fries.
Okay.
They're a little too potato-y for me.
Yeah,
a little too starchy.
I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
I'm more of like a McDonald's like they cook the shit out of them so you don't taste the potato. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Have you ever been you don't like the fries, but did you ever do the fries and the milkshake thing?
I always thought that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like it was. I've definitely tried it.
I like to do it.
Yeah, I've definitely tried it, but just like I've never found the draw to it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, but it's not a thing for me. Yeah, no, I just felt like the burger was just like blah, and I've always backed Wendy's as like the best like big time food chain or fast food chain.
Was it how bad of a hangover from 1 to 10?
It wasn't that bad. It was like a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I just was like I'm feeling lazy. Door dashed it.
Oh, you dashed.
And now dashing could be a factor in it being not great.
It could be a major factor.
Yeah, but still, it was warm and it was still not great.
Okay, I haven't had Wendy's in a little bit. I never go. I never have the burger at Wendy's. I always go chicken sandwich, no matter which one it is.
I do like their chicken sandwiches generally, but I think their burgers are pretty solid. Fresh, never frozen.
Yeah, supposedly. Seven Waffles asks, does Draymond need to go? Probably.
I mean,
but he's not.
Yeah, I mean, if
who needs to go is Kuminga.
Well, he's gonna go.
He's gonna
go about T-minus 8 days. Yeah, for me with Draymond, it's like if they could trade him for a franchise-changing player,
like Giannis,
sure, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So and I'm totally fine with him still being on the team if he's the best thing they can have for his services.
Does Draymond need to go? Yes. Is he going to? No.
I don't even know. Like, I know he's a dickhead a little bit, and he's had some moments even this year that are regrettable. I'm sure he would admit, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think as Warriors fans, we've all accepted who he is. He hasn't changed, and he's not gonna change, and he still brings something to the table. So it's kind of tough. Like, I would only get rid of him if he's bringing something better than what he provides.
Okay, that's fair.
Autumn Darko, who do you think will win the WNBA MVP?
I'm going to go Asia Wilson for the three-peat to be the first player in WNBA history to win 3 in a row. She's already won 4.
Yeah.
She's won the last 2, so I think she could
She's
go.
cooking. Yeah.
I don't know. I saw Nafisa Collier, I think, is...
I was going to say, she was going to be one of my picks.
I think she's like the odds-on favorite,
yeah.
too. I mean, Caitlin Clark, you always pick.
I think it's going to be Caitlin. I think it's her time.
Yeah.
I think so. She's played 2 seasons now in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
She probably has heard the noise about, you're a little injury prone, you're a little soft, a little that.
Yeah.
And I think she's a fucking fierce competitor.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm not even picking her to be a Caitlin Clark fanboy. I actually think this is the time that she kicks it into gear. And
I like it.
And, she probably needs to put on a little muscle. But yeah, I think this is her time. But if it's not her, I think Nafisa Collier is a good pick.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do think my Asia Wilson pick probably won't happen because voter fatigue.
Right.
I honestly don't know what voter fatigue is like in the WNBA.
Right.
I imagine voter fatigue is voter fatigue.
Next one is from Seven Waffles again. She's asking me, do you regret choosing Spurs? And she says, "Go Gunners." Not yet, but maybe down the road.
Right.
It's really tough to be invested in a Premier League soccer team. To be completely honest,
Yeah.
At least for me, I don't wake up early, and they play games very early.
No, you don't wake up early.
They play games very early. I mean, the earliest I'm awake is like 8:30, and that's on work days when I go to work, and I don't watch soccer on work days. So, unfortunately, it has been tough to be a true Spurs fan. But, yeah, I mean, the reality with Spurs is who can I even compare them to? They're like, they're kind of like, who's a good team in like basketball or baseball that is interesting, but they just never win it? I guess the Braves were that way for a long time.
Like right now, you can say the Yankees.
I guess they're kind of the Yankees.
Like the Yankees have won championships. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We know this, but they haven't won.
Like
in a while.
Or maybe the Phillies, because the Phillies lately have been
okay.
They've been an interesting team. I'd say they are like a poor man's Phillies because they don't even play for championships.
I mean, I guess the Yankees did go to the World Series.
And to be honest, like Spurs they'll be interesting at times. They'll make Champions League. Like they're in Champions League this year for no fucking reason, but they are. They'll make Champions League every once in a while, but they're probably not going to ever win anything important. Yeah. So I'll just have to accept that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the jersey, Sal.
Speaking of Sal, Macha Dad asks, aside from the USA, what country will you root for in the World Cup? I
find it hard to root for anybody else.
Yeah. I was hoping Hungary was going to make it, given my Hungarian
there you go.
heritage. But I'm going to go Netherlands because Dev roots for them, and I think that's fun.
Netherlands always has a very intriguing team. They're a good soccer team.
So I'll go Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to be honest, I think I'm gonna say Canada because I find their ascent to being a World Cup caliber team
and a host
very interesting.
Host country.
They are a host country, but I find their ascent very interesting. I also say I'll always have my eye on France because PSG always has a lot of French players. I mean, Dembele is on that team. Mbappe is not a part of PSG anymore, but he's one of the most intriguing players in the world. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll give a little shout out to Portugal too because they have Vitinha and João Neves and Nuno Mendes from PSG as well. Okay. So and Morocco too for our boy. Totally blanking. Ashraf Hakimi.
Bless you.
Yes, bless me.
Good point about France because I would like to see Mbappe just try to get close to another World Cup because he already has one.
Yeah, and seeing him and
he was close to getting a second one.
Yeah, I think it's part of being a part of history is cool and seeing an all timer kind of in the making.
Exactly,
it'd be cool.
Colt D asks mascot talk. The SF Giants should bring back Crazy Crab.
Do you know Crazy Crab?
I had to look him up, and I do recognize him. Well, they have a booth called the Crazy Crab, I think, right? The crab sandwiches.
Yes.
Used to.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Apparently, from what I read, he was hated.
Oh, he was totally hated. I think that's why this is the bold take. I love it though.
So do I think he should come back? No, because I think Lucille's bulletproof.
Yeah, Lucille is great,
and he can't.
And I think Crazy Crab has made some appearances since AT&T Oracle Park has been around. But I'm gonna slightly disagree that Crazy Crab should come back. But I do like the cameos that he's made over the years. Yeah. So I'll give you that. And I love that Colton knows who Crazy Crab is.
Have we talked about in the past, like when the stadium first opened, there was Rusty, the mascot. So Levi's Landing.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
He was a mechanical.
That's yes.
And he would go across.
And what was Rusty?
What do you mean?
Was he a character?
He was dressed like a baseball player.
Okay, he was just.
And apparently he was mechanical and it looked terrible. Like you could look it up, and I don't remember ever seeing it.
Me neither. Yeah.
I don't know how long he lasted.
I think we've talked about this before.
I think we have too. So it sounds like Crazy Crab could be up there with Rusty because Rusty could be in McCovey Cove for all we know.
Yeah,
just dropped in there.
But no, Lucille has been. Let's go. Sharks score. Lucille has been a great mascot for the Giants.
He's great.
So I would not like to see him replaced by any means.
You know who's climbing up my mascot ranks quickly for my teams? Sharky.
Oh, Sharky
is great.
Yeah,
he's great. It was funny when on the New Year's Eve game, he was kind of dressed up in like a tux. He was dressed up a couple different times.
But let's go to Foley. Gets his former team. Love it.
It would be fun to see Crazy Crab, like you said, make. Even if it was like once a year or maybe once every couple of years, make a small cameo.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Like if they had like mascot day and he makes an appearance,
or if they had like National Crab Day or something like that. Because I'm sure there is a National Crab Day.
I'm sure there is. All right, last question from Zoosom27. Which sports fandom best feels at home in Stranger Things: The Upside Down? And you kind of watched Stranger Things or no?
Have.
Okay,
I'm gonna expose myself and. The Upside Down, it's like, I think it's kind of asking what team is in the Upside Down.
Yeah, so AI Overview gives us that Stranger Things Upside Down is a dark, parallel dimension initially thought to be a mirror world, but later revealed to be an unstable interdimensional wormhole or bridge to another realm called the Abyss. So
it's like
whatever you make that out to be.
First team that popped into my head was the Washington Wizards. And shout out Trae Young. Because do we ever think about the Wizards?
No.
Ever? Have they made it to the finals since they won it in the 70s?
No. And when there were the Bullets? No.
No, when they were the
Absolutely not. Have they even been to a conference finals? Probably not.
Since then, probably not.
No.
So I mean, the Wizards are probably up there. I mean,
I was going to say the Raiders because I saw another thing that.
But the Raiders have the following. Like, people know the Raiders. I mean, I know we live in this area, so we know Raiders, and it's like close. But it's the Wizards. What did the Wizards do? They had Gilbert Arenas and then John Wall. What did they do?
Well, I was thinking more of like, because I'm going to see if I can find the other thing I saw about the Upside Down.
And I know I haven't seen it. People love it.
I watched like 5 episodes of the first season. That's about it.
Wasn't your thing?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And Sal was talking my ear off about it. Love you to death, Sal, but you were.
Okay, here's another definition of it. The Upside Down is a toxic parallel dimension that mirrors our world, but overrun with vines and murderous creatures. That's why I thought about the Raiders. The Raiders are pirates, and they're in a weird. They're in their real weird dimension.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's.
It's constantly struck by electrical storms. That makes me think of pirates on a ship, which affect the electromagnetic field of our world.
I'm gonna go.
And also, the Raiders have been ass for a long time.
I'll go Wizards.
Okay.
Why would Trae Young? Why would he even agree? Because I know, I think he was working with the Hawks to say, listen, I want to go.
That's where I want to go. Yeah.
And you want to go to the Wizards?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in the last call, I guess.
Like Bradley Beal, great player.
John Wall,
yeah,
was a very good player. Just meant nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. And that was Q&A. Thank you for everybody who asked a question. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we only had like 5 different people.
That was easy.
It's okay.
Got 12 questions out of it. Love it.
Love you guys for that.
I love Colton. I think this is back-to-back times Colton has chimed in on Q&A. So I'm glad he has been willing
and
to.
It's a good question.
Yeah,
it's a really good question. I like that. It's very niche. Appreciate that. And with that being said, it is
last call.
Last call.
It's a folly, you fool. Sharks had a power play, but no, it's going to be 4-4 because Jackass with a hook.
Yeah. Should we mention the ISR NFL Bracket Challenge?
Oh yeah, it is now live. Please join. $10 buy-in. If your CFP bracket is busted, come join the NFL playoff bracket.
I'm still somehow in the 91st percentile.
Same. But it's not going to be that next week when Georgia doesn't win. And,
good point. Great point.
And who else doesn't win? I guess I have Oregon in the finals,
I do,
so that could help. Yeah. But yeah, when Georgia does not make it to the finals, that's going to hurt me.
But yes, please join the bracket challenge. We have a few people so far. We'll probably talk more about it.
Yeah, I'm going to post something on it on Instagram tomorrow, so by the time you hear this, it will be up.
There we go.
Up and down.
Who'd you pick? I haven't even done mine yet. So
I did fill mine out as like a preliminary, but I might go back and edit.
I know. That's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't want to do it too early.
Yeah.
I might do like heat of the moment.
Yeah. Also, don't forget the tiebreaker thing. It's for 13 games, I believe.
All games,
not just the one championship.
Not the one championship.
Not the Super Bowl.
All games combined.
All games combined. So
we've had that.
Please
issue.
remember that.
Had that issue before.
Yeah. The Giants, they signed a pitcher, Tyler Malley. He was with the Rangers last season.
Wake up, Buster.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I mean, I actually don't dislike this signing.
Okay.
But overall, we all know the Giants are just not going to do enough to compete with the Dodgers.
Well, can anybody?
Yeah. But Tyler Malley, I mean, 2.18 ERA and 16 starts last year for the Rangers. That's nice.
Yeah.
I think it's a good signing. I don't expect him to have that kind of production, but I would like to see him make more starts than 16 for the Giants next year. I think that would be huge if he could make 30 starts for the Giants next year with somewhere between a 3 and a 4 ERA. That would be awesome. There you go. To back up Logan Webb and Robbie Ray.
You're talking me into it now. You're talking me into it.
No, I mean, I think it's a solid signing. It's something that was in their range of possibilities, and they got it done. So, good job. Also, I know the FCS football championship. It happened this past weekend. Montana State, they beat Illinois State 35-34 in overtime.
Okay.
So FCS football is basically Division II. It's technically Division I, but it's the FCS Division I versus the FBS Division I, which is the Division I that we all know.
Okay.
So Illinois State came back from down 14 in the fourth quarter to tie this game, send it to overtime. They then scored the opening touchdown of overtime, but had the extra point blocked by Montana State. And then Montana State responded with a touchdown of their own in the bottom of the inning, if you will. And they kicked the game-winning extra point to win the FCS National Championship.
Well, congrats to them.
So good for Montana State.
I wanted to mention real quick that Sal has a bold prediction
Ooh.
that
Ooh.
Brock Purdy will get benched this upcoming season.
Did not happen.
Did not happen. So
Not even close.
Zach,
Payment.
Okay.
We gotta get him. We gotta get him. Is he doing dry January too? I think he is. All right, so February, when the Niners are in the Super Bowl, we'll get him on.
I put he owes
Yeah.
for sure. We already talked about Trae Young. No need to go back into that unless you want to.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just.
I mean, I
It's
kind
one of those moves that's just like.
Well, does he want to try to be the guy to bring that franchise back to any kind of relevance, or come back from the upside down? Maybe.
Right. Well, yeah.
And I respect that a little bit. But man, are we gonna forget about this guy? I mean,
so.
even when he's in Atlanta, I kind of forgot about him.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
the problem with Trae Young is that I think everyone thought about him as, he's Steph Curry light, or Diet Steph Curry,
Steph Curry,
as you like to say. But he's not even close.
No,
and it's okay that he's not close. I think he can still be a very good, effective point guard.
Yeah.
But if you're going to ask him to score the ball like a Steph Curry has over his career, I think your team is going to be not in a good place.
Yeah.
I think he actually could be a very good, like if he's your third scoring option but your point guard, I think he's a very good point guard.
Yeah.
I mean he's shown that he can be a dimer, and he can get hot shooting the ball, which is great. But I don't think any team that wants to build around him should be asking him to be your top scorer.
Yeah.
I think you're putting yourself in a bad spot.
Now, if he could somehow get like Giannis to come to Washington,
that'd be interesting.
a little bit,
Or
right?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's done.
Hometown?
I was going to say, it is a homecoming for him.
That was kind of a joke, but yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I think considering him to be the face of your franchise, I know he's just going into his theoretical prime. I think he's 27 years old. I just don't see that being realistic for any team that wants to win.
But more power to him.
Yeah.
That being said, did you watch any college basketball this week?
Accidentally, yes.
We caught like a second of Arizona ball about 2 hours
Number
ago.
one team in the nation.
One team in the nation, the Arizona Wildcats. That's Steve Kerr's Arizona Wildcats.
Mm-hmm. Don't let him yell at you. He
Dude,
might punch you.
ridiculous. Yeah, maybe Draymond doesn't need to go because Steve Kerr needs to get a little more tough.
Right?
Who knows?
2 hours this episode. How about it?
Is it?
Yeah, 159.
Been a while.
Thank you all for watching, listening. Happy first episode of the year. And we'll see you next week with a little NFL divisional or wildcard recap.
Go Birds.
Fuck no. Peace.